it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. He's going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Hello and welcome everyone. It is Friday evening here at Phoenix Sim Sports, and that means it is finale time here at the MX5-Cup. And what finale we've got lined up today. It is going to be an absolutely extraordinary race. We have GOVEE joining me in the box. Before we get things started this evening, a quick shout out for our affiliation with Asetek Sim Sports. So if you're wanting yourself some top-notch sim gear, some new pedals or wheels, go check them out. Get to the checkout with your goods and hit the code Phoenix Sim Sport for a lovely 5% off of us. But yeah, GOVEE in the box with me tonight, and oh boy, have we got ourselves a little championship showdown here in the final race today.
We do, and I'm especially excited after yesterday's status final with two photo finishes between Matt Pryor and 419.
Yeah.
How about you? How are you feeling?
Oh, after yesterday's status race, anything goes, and I have a feeling it's going to be all down to the wire between Mikael and Miku. As we can see the championship standings on screen right now, it is Mikael leading Miku, and not by much. Was that 62 points in total? Miku needs to finish ahead of Mikael in both races today. If the roles are reversed in any way or form, Mikael will walk away with the title by the end of race 1 today. And it's GOVEE in P3, Mav in P4, Narashto in P5 with 288 points, Fiala in P6 with 248 points, so there's a little bit of a battle ongoing there. Santos in P7 with 246 points, Kempers with 228 in P8, Parmesan only done a couple of races this season, but he's already on 186 points, and then Bajakan rounding at the top 10 with 168, so still all to play for in the midfield with a few runners there. But as I said, the battle at the front between Mikael and Miku is all on. And Mav in the chat screaming out loud that he cannot wait for this race, and neither can we here in the comments box today.
I mean, after missing out a few races, the last two I think, I'm excited to come back for the MX5s. To be honest, it's one of my favorite racing series at Phoenix.
It's because it's always close and it's always fun. And that's what we love to see here as we're coming to the end of practice. And yeah, it has been fun and close all season. You just never know what the results are going to be. And this weekend it is definitely going to be kicking off here at Phoenix Sim Motorsport with the MX5s this evening, their finale. And then tomorrow it is the Silk Course World Challenge, the finale of that for season 13. And then LMU as well to follow. So a big packed Saturday. Then don't forget, it is the VRCs on Sunday. So a roundup of championships here. Championship finale weekend, you could call it. I'm looking forward to season 14 as well. Qualifying underway any minute here at the MX5. And it's Yas Marina, the corkscrew circuit. Looks quite fun actually, these cars.
It does. I mean, these are kind of like small beginner cars, but they are just fun to throw around, as I mentioned in I think, where was it? Italian track. I knew all the corners, but I don't know the track of, like, I don't know the name of the track.
Oh, you're making me think now. Prior events that were fun, lots of them. Did we do Imola? Was it Imola?
No, it wasn't Imola.
I did Imola.
I only commentated. Yeah, I only commentated Taras in Imola.
I can't remember. LA. Was it Magione?
Okay, I have to search it up.
Alright, do the researchings. We are still waiting for qualifying to get underway here at Yas Marina. I don't know why my overlay thing keeps moving and it's annoying me. I'm sure I lock it and then it moves back without me noticing. Stay over there. And lock. There we go. We'll do that again. Now, who's your money on this evening? Do you think it's going to be Miku or Mikael walking away with the Drivers' Championship tonight? Said
Well, seeing yesterday's pace in the terrace, I would cast my vote on Miku,
Oh,
but I'm not sure about
Miku.
Mikael. Yeah.
63 points behind in this championship. You think it's a dark horse P2 to win the championship? He has to beat Mikael in both races, mind you.
But he knew the track yesterday. Like, he still has a pretty big chance, in my opinion. But I haven't seen Mikael on this track yet, so no idea. It's a mystery.
It is a mystery. Another mystery is why qualifying hasn't kicked off just yet. Are we waiting on somebody coming back to the pits? There we go. Speak of the devil. 1.5-minute countdown. So it's a quick refreshment break if you want to go have one. And then we're going to get underway with qualifying. We're going to sit here in the comms box because it's going to get all exciting very quickly here. Lovely little pit exit as well. We're going to stay on board with Parmesan. Quickest in qualifying. Ha! Yet to see that. Quickest in practice. Well, I said 8th in championship. I believe it is, or 9th, sorry. And only a couple of races attended, so very fast driver. And as I said, fastest in practice so far. So we'll stick on board with him for his first lap. As I said, going through the tunnel to kick off proceedings, and it looks real cool. So we'll stick on board with him if we can. As we're to get underway here at qualifying for race 1. So again, here the format MX5-Cup. We have a 20-minute race that is defined by qualifying that we're about to run into now. And then reverse grid order for the second run, which is a, reverse grid of the results of race 1. So all to play for race 2. But as I said, it's a championship battle today. It's BQ versus Mikael. 63 points in it for Mikael at the moment. And Miku must do everything in his power to finish ahead today in order to win the championship. Or otherwise, Mikael can call it after race 1. If I believe he finishes 2 places ahead of Miku. We'll have to double check that. So, underway here at qualifying. Who are we going to go on board with? Parmesan. Not going out just yet. Anyone going through the tunnel right now? Let's follow Fiala. This has got a very weird start to it, this track. Lovely though. There we go, underground. Oh, Fiala already scraping the wall. It's a very awkward tunnel to come through.
It is. It's very narrow compared to other tracks, and I don't know what to do with that tunnel. It's just a bit of a strange thing for me after the pit, as a pit exit. Not sure. What's your opinion on it?
I quite like it, to be honest. It's a little bit technical at the start. It can be a bit dodgy if you've got cold tyres, mind you. Never fun, but yeah, I do like that little bit of technical side to it, I suppose you could call it. Again, shortened, as you've seen the cars turning a sudden left not long after the pit exit there. And this is the shortened corkscrew edition of the track. So you saw it as it comes through the left-hander, it goes very sharply downhill in a kind of Laguna Seca style-esque corkscrew into the back straight. You're still looking at what? 2 minutes 2 for these cars? Somewhere about there. Well, some of the boys are doing what? Sorry, 2 minute 4, 2 minute 5. We're looking at an average today, I think.
I haven't seen the practice lap times, so I cannot help you with that. But I guess we'll find out soon.
We're going to go on board with Mikael right now. Let's have a... that's a great view to have there. Nothing behind. Go on board to see what kind of laps we can do. So folks getting their out laps in at the moment. So the times you can see coming up on the board are not representative of what they're doing for qualifying. Just shows you how long the lap is. They're not going to get much chances of setting a lap today without making too many mistakes. You know, we saw what happened to Maverick in qualifying yesterday in the Tatis. 2 mistakes and he failed to make a qualifying lap.
mean, that was unfortunate for Maverick, and I hope that you don't curse him today.
Well,
I don't know if he had the talk with you, but
he didn't. I think he's been avoiding me since. Maybe we should add the cursed counter to the streams and see how many times I can curse drivers while a session's ongoing. I'm sure that'll be a very favourable thing for the drivers to make bets on at the start of the season.
I mean, we should. Maybe, you know, they can get some channel points on Twitch.
Maybe so, yeah. We could definitely do that. But we're on a fast lap now with Mikhail. So let's see what we can do. It's amazing how you can just throw that car around there. A great view as well. Let's see what it's like on board with him. Ooh, a little bit squirrely coming out of there. He is coming up the back of one of the newcomers, Corsa. 3-second gap though, so it shouldn't shouldn't affect his qualifying lap too much. Still no fast lap times on the board yet. I just say that. Nestor sets a 2:08.9. Twiz with a 2:04.8 sets provisional pole, with Mav with a 2:06 for P2. The times are flooding in. 4:19 with a 2:06.6 for P3 at the moment. Chaz with a 2:08.1 for P4. Ruguibi squeezes up into P5. Sopanen jumps up into P3 there. So time's coming in. Funky into P8. Fiala P5. So everybody getting their first runs in. And they'll probably get 1-2 more maximum out of this, and that'll be it. Session over. As we're running wide with Mikhail there, round the last corner. What's his lap time going to be? It's only good enough for P2 right now. 2:05.7 for Mikhail. Not the quickest of lap times. Miku yet to set a time as well. Let's try and find Miku. So he's running on the tail of Mav right now. This looks like it could be a fast lap, not entirely sure. 2:17 is last lap, so looks like it could be on a fast one, but could also be impeded by Maverick right now. Or has Mav just got out of the way? Mav's got out of the way of him. Good man. Parmesan with a 2:03.6. Wow. Absolutely blistering lap there from Parmesan.
I mean, as you said, Parmesan didn't attend a lot of races, but when he did, he was usually in the front rows somewhere.
Yeah, he's a man with absolute pace, and he's definitely showing it here. Nestor up into P3. He's gone quicker than his teammate Mikhail. So that's a surprise to see. As we see Miku, he goes to go over the line. I think it may have been invalidated. Oh no, he only goes up to P11. A 2:08.7 from Miku. He's going to have 2 more attempts if he can. As we see 4:19 going up to P3. He's just done a 2:05.1. A good lap time there for 4:19. Mav with a 2:06.0 as well. So at the moment, these first second runs, a little bit split in the field, won't you say?
I mean, I'm quite surprised to see P1 more than a second ahead of P2.
Yeah,
and also quite surprised to see Miku back there. So after I casted my vote on him, maybe I jinxed it.
Maybe it's time for you to get a curse meter as well.
I don't want one though.
It comes with the territory, don't worry. You see, Ruguibi's only done a 2:08.5 as well. regular here at the MX5 is GOVEE. Usually quite quick. Abu Dhabi not favouring him at the moment. But as you said, Parmesan in a league of his own at the moment, 2:03.6, still provisional pole position time with a 1.2 second gap to Twiz. Again, Mikel not getting the lap he wanted, and Miku neither. 5 seconds off the pace for Miku, but surely he's got something more in him. And we're in the territory now where if you wanted to have started your final lap, you would have wanted to have done by now. Everyone here is on a final lap. It's improve or nothing. And we're on board with GOVEE. Nestor can't improve. 2:05.689 his final. Can GOVEE improve from P10? Over the line. It does. P8. 2:07. Well, 2:07 dead basically from GOVEE. Well done. As it stands, Parmesan provisional pole position from Twiz, from Mikel, from 419 Nestor, then Mav in P6, Open in P7, GOVEE on board with P8, Fiala, P9, Chaz rounding out P10, Miku surprise, P11 at the moment. Surely he's not invalidated all of his laps. On board with Miku right now. There's no change on the leaderboard. Checkered flag will be waving in 2, 1. Alright, checkered flag's out. Everybody who crosses the line now, that's it. Board with Miku, he needs to pull a lap together now. P11, that will not do him. Fighting for the championship tonight is rival Mikel, P3. Oh, Mav diving out the way. Don't want to interfere with this lap. Bit of argy-bargy going on up front. Is that going to get in the way of Miku? Oh, a little bit wide there. They need something out the bag here. What's he got? What's he got? What's he got? It's P1 from Miku. Because Parmesan is disconnected. We've lost Parmesan. Right at the death.
Yeah. I was just surprised to notice as well.
Right at the death. We lose Parmesan. Is he coming back? He's back. He's back.
He's back.
So it's P2 for Miku though, but that is where he wants to be, 2 places ahead of Mikel. So that's Parmesan on pole position, Miku in P2, Twiz in P3, Mikel in P4, 419 P5, then it's Nestor in P6, Mav in P7, Sopanen in P8, GOVEE in P9, Fiala P10, Chaz in 11th, Funky in 12th, Corsa in 13th, and rounded up by Slimbo in P14. Well, qualifying session that was, and Miku out of nowhere, he needed that lap and he got it.
He did. But still, Parmesan has that pace advantage. He still did a second faster than Miku.
1.1 seconds is ridiculous, yeah.
It is.
So we're going to see him gallop away.
Yeah.
We're going to see him gallop off into the distance, do you think?
Not sure. Depends if he has a separate race setup.
We're still going to have some close battles through the field, I have a feeling, because if you look at some of the times there, you've got 2:04s, and you've got Miku, Twiz, and Mikel, all within 0.3 of a second, and then just behind that, a further 0.2 behind, you got 419, a further 0.2 behind him, Nestor. Then you got a little gap behind to Maverick, 0.7 behind Nestor in P7. But then right behind him, you've got Sopanen. And then not far off their tail is 7/10 behind is Reguibi and Fiala, who are nose to tail. And then you've got Chaz and Funky have got almost identical times. 2 1,000ths of a second their times. That's a 2:08.140 for Chaz and a 2:08.142 for Funky. So that's how close it is at the back there. There's going to be a lot of different battles today.
There will be, but there will be a lot of different packs, if I can say that. So
yeah.
I think the whole grid will approximately be separated into 3 packs that we have to focus on.
I think we're definitely going to have the lead pack, which is probably going to garnish the most attention, but I can see us having some great battles through the mid pack and rear as well tonight. And well, that's just going to make race 2 even more fantastic with the reverse grid order. Because if we've got guys that are fighting like that all the way through this race, imagine what they're going to be trying to go through the pack in race 2. Oh, but Miku with the upper hand here in race 1. And he's going to be rubbing his hands at the moment. Getting the upper hand of Mikhail. But he needs to cross the line ahead of him to keep his championship hopes alive. And he needs to do it by, I think, he needs to stay above by at least 2 places. And then it's the other way around for Mikhail to win the championship.
I think so.
Math is not mathing right now in the head. Let's see. Shall we get on board with Mikhail off the start line? P4 on the grid right now. So as you can see your lineup, Parmesan in pole position off to your top right there. Then it's Miku in the car right ahead of us, P2. And Twiz, a very, very respectable P3 there just on your right hand side. Then on board with, at the moment, it is Mikael. It should be 419 Nestor, Fiala and Mav, as we got the timetables are all over the shop as per usual. So can't remember the exact lineup, but you gotta love it. Custom tracks. Gotta love it when it comes to timings. And for it to move my overlay. Right. Now that's been addressed. We are going to get ourselves underway for race number 1 in just a minute's time. And who's your bets on for race 1? You thinking Miku behind Parmesan? Do you think Parmesan can hold out for the entire race? Or do you think there's going to be...
I think Parmesan can hold out. I mean, everyone same compounds. And if Parmesan can push those first few laps, he can make quite a bit of gap so that he can keep those tires nice and safe, if I can say that.
Making them last, and they should do everybody on the same compound in this series. That's like a race road combination thing on the Mazda, I believe. Makes them quite fun to drive, very slidey but very manageable at the same time. But we are getting ready to go. Lights out here. Right, there we go. Gonna wait for all 6 to go up first, and it's gonna be the first race underway here in the MX5-Cup finale. And we're lights out and away we go. What a start by Parmesan. Miku's got a good one as well, but they're on board with Mikael. Storming one on the inside of Twiz. And we're gonna follow him straight into turn 1. And we're gonna get our backsides into the pits very quickly. And then get quickly back on board with this action. Mikael holding P2 from Parmesan in P1. Oh, nice dive up the inside. Mikael already up into P3, so not what Niku would want to see. But it looks like everyone's got away cleanly. Reguibi's battling near the back still. we go a bit further back and we can see 419 making the move, no, Twiz, sorry, making the move on Mikael. And it looks like he's made it stick, so Mikael will not be happy about that one. Miki will be a bit happier. And he's sticking to the back of Parmesan very well. A little bit of a gap opening up between P2 and P3 at the moment. Looks like there's a bit of battling going on at the back there. Fialum kind of dropping down the order.
Also, Maverick has spun it.
Maverick has spun it.
Yeah, but this wasn't because the commentators curse. Thank God.
Moves his own cars. There's a battle up at the front. Miku and Parmesan are going for it. Mikael's made a place back up on Twiz there for P3. That's all to play for. Whoa, Mikael nice and deep, and 419 still on the back of this as well. So is Nestor. So they're keeping each other all honest. Oh, there's a spin back there, and that was Nestor spinning, I believe. It was. So Nestor spinning out, unfortunately. There's a nice battle here as we see Rugweeby hitting the wall. Maverick there. Rugweeby not doing so well at this circuit. Usually, as I said, he's been performing really well this season, but not Yas Marina, as Mav looks like he's got cut up there by Slimbo. Soapinen taking advantage of that. So Mav in the wars to start this race. That gap at the front between Parmesan and Miku is up to 0.6 of a second now. Gap's kind of spreading out all around the field. This is the kind of battle we want to be on board with at the moment. We're going to sit there on board with Mav. He's going to have the inside line here, looking for a P11. I'm safely say that will be mission accomplished there from Mav.
Talking about the championship, this is not what Miku wants to see so far. Mikael is right on his gearbox-ish, and his championship is just chasing him, kind of.
Yeah, he will be wanting a gap, you're absolutely right. But Mikael's not having it easy. Twiz is keeping him honest as we're just going on board there, and Twiz going round the outside of Mikael. So Twiz is really intervening and keeping this championship nice and spicy, that has to be said. And Miku could only hope for a mistake from Parmesan right now. And take that. Oh, as Twiz goes wide and hits the wall. This battle for the podium is getting quite tight. 419's definitely still in the mix there behind. I'm going to quickly just sneak back as well because there's some other battles going on. Oh, why is it going? I hate it when it jumps to the pit lane. Stop doing this. Rugweeby, Corsa, Mav, they're all having a nice little squabble at the back here. As Fiala looks like he's not made the corner, unfortunately. Funky and Slimbo bringing up the rear, back to the front then. We've got Parmesan, 0.6 of a second ahead. And there is a gap opening up between Miku and Mikael now. So that battling that Mikael was under definitely helped him out. Frankly, we've still got 15 minutes to go and these guys are absolutely going for it. The battles further down the pack are definitely worth watching here. Mav against Corsa against Rugweeby. This is the battle for P9 at the moment. You're right. Oh, there goes Rugweeby. Oh, and he is collected by Corsa. And that's a happy face for Mav there, making back places. And you are absolutely right, Cluby, at the start of the race where you said everyone's going to go off and have their little packs. And these packs are definitely showing at the moment. Mav heading off this one at the moment. 5 seconds behind Sopanen, however, who is slowly in a bit of no man's land, actually. I believe. Sorry, Sopanen is catching the back of Nestor. Slowly but surely. So let's see if Mav can start putting in some decent times. 2:85 from him at the moment. He wants to start catching Nestor ahead. He's going to have to put in... Ooh. Low 207s, I think. 206s. Parmesan Mikael. What happened to Mikael there? Oh, is that just everybody crossing the line on a dirt circuit? Yeah, there's quite the gap now. Oh. 419 over the back of Twiz. Twiz seems to be dropping off the back of Mikael now. So top 3 spreading themselves out. Still got plenty of time here. Top 5 really running away with this one. Big gap now between Chaz and 419. 8 seconds to go back between P5 and P6. Let's kind of have our 2 little pockets here right now. Our 2 main pockets anyway. But it does look like Parmesan is in control of this first race. And what do you think for reverse race here, the reverse grid race here, Clibby? I think it's going to be quite interesting with the amount of straights that we have. Plenty of overtaking opportunities, I feel. Many 3 or 4 cars wide into corners, I think, in the opening laps.
That's what I was wanting to talk about. First of all, I want to consider how there are big pace differences for now. I'm not sure if there will be some in race 2. There'll maybe some drivers who will pick up the pace and just go faster. But I think first lap will be chaos. That's my guess for race 2. As the faster drivers in the back will want to catch up as fast as possible, especially Miku and Mikael fighting for the championship. So it'll be crucial to get through the pack in race 2. If Miku can get 2 positions ahead now.
Well, that's a big if, and there is a 1.6 second gap between him and Parmesan, and what he could really hope for is Mikael has a mistake and drops down the order. Gap almost at 4 seconds between Miku and Mikael though, so Miku is driving very hard and very well.
But it sadly doesn't help him at the moment, as Mikael doesn't have anyone attacking him.
It doesn't. And this would come down to the last race and all or nothing, and I do believe Miku would need at least 2 or 3 places on Mikael to win the championship by that point. I don't know what the exact maths would be, but there would have to be a few cars between them coming over the line, and Miku would have to be the first of the 2, that's for sure. But as it stands, Parmesan almost opening up a 2-second gap now on Miku, with almost 10 minutes left to go. Then it's 4.5 seconds back to Mikael. Then on board right now we are with Twiz and 419. GOVEE and Kors are having a fight as 419 is looking to make a move around the outside of Twiz here. Let's see how this one goes. Twiz holding the inside. 419 definitely not giving up though. Does have the double right-hander coming up, and I think he's made the move. 419 up into 4th. Some good driving there from him. Is Twiz going to make a move back? He doesn't. He hangs back, and that's oh, nice and tight round there. That's some tight racing going on at the back as well. We might have to quickly jump to that one. Oh, as Twiz makes the moves back of 419 around the outside. Is that no? Sorry, it was 419 making the move. Just a quick camera check. Here's a nice little battle going on. Sopanen has got all over the back of Nestor right now, and Chaz is there as well. So this is the battle for P6. Mav in the background, you see coming into shot. Oh, as Nestor looks to make the move on Chaz down the inside, on board with Sopen at the moment in the bright orange car. It was very, very wide. And did he just make the move off track on Nestor, do you think?
No, Nestor spun it. And
Oh, has he?
Sopanen just trying to avoid him. He went around the outside and off on the how do you call that part?
The apron.
The apron, yeah.
Yes. Well, that's unfortunate for Nestor. He was doing really well. But down to P9, that's another position gained by Mav. Still 7 seconds off the back of this one, but there he is. Nestor right behind him now. And Sopanen all over the back of Chaz. And yeah, he'll be vying for P6. But then it's a 13-second gap ahead of this one to Twiz in P5, who is still battling for 19 at the moment for P4. Then further up the road, it is Mikhail, who has dropped quite a far bit back off of Miku right now, who is sitting kind of pretty 2 seconds off the back of Parmesan. We still have just under 8 minutes left to go in this race, so there's anything can still happen. Sopanen looking to eye up a move around the third sector here on Chaz. Oh, gets the back end out and a bit leery there. So current fastest lap time as well, a 2:03.7 set by Parmesan. He is absolutely on fire in race 1.
So there were no setup changes.
Nothing at all?
He can keep the pace. Yeah, and he can keep the pace up in the race as well. That's what I was not expecting. I thought he had a quali setup. That's why he had that great time. But no, it's all skill.
Skill. Standard setup as we see Sopanen really pushing it now with Chaz down the inside. Chaz trying to stick with him, going off track doing so. Oh, there's been a collision. Chaz into the side of Sopanen and off he goes. Looked like Chaz lost the back end there and just kind of went into the side of Sopanen. That was some good running up until that point. Unfortunately, that'll see Chaz drop down the order. P8 now. Maverick again gaining another position. Up to P7. You can see that little chain of cars up behind him though. Twiz and 419 are still battling at the moment. And if we go down the order, we'll also see that Corsa and Funky are having a little battle as well at the back here. So I'm not going to forget these guys. Corsa, Funky, very new to the series, as well as Twiz and Chaz. So even though we're at the end of this season, it's good to see some new bloods into the racing, and it looks like season 14 is going to be off to a flying start as well. So registration is still open for season 14, so if you're interested in joining us in the MX5-Cup for then, do register up through the sim grid, search Phoenix Sim Sports, and check us out through the Discord links below in the Twitch description stuffs and things. Oh, here we go. Twiz is over the back of 419 here. We've got about 5 minutes left to go. So, what should we call this? All or nothing stage here at race 1?
I think so. And as I see, 419 is starting to see the back of Mikhail, which might be good news for Miku. What do you think?
Oh, we've got what? 4 second gap between them at the moment, 4.1 seconds, and with these two battling hard, that could extend. It depends if Mikhail has any pace left in him to, you know.
I mean, I don't think it will be a pace question. I think it will be a mistake question. Will he make a mistake? Because it's still 4 seconds. But if he makes a mistake, he can still lose positions quicker than if he would have like a 6-7 second gap.
through. And these two are battling hard. So yeah, you're right. If he has a mistake now, that's going to be very costly to him, because these two have kept good pace with him. That's what Miku could hope for. But he has had a solid race so far. 4 minutes left to go. So we're going to get a couple more laps in this first race. And as it stands, Miku is doing everything he can to keep this championship battle going into the final race. But it's going to be Mikael who's going to have the heads up for sure. As we are seeing 419, oh, it's Twiz, sorry, make that move on 419. This is slowing them up a little bit. Mikael's now got a 6-second gap in front as Twiz gets all squirrely out of there. And 419, he keeps the position up into, still in P4. As we see a DNF from course, unfortunately.
We can see Twiz pushing 419 in the last corner.
Ooh.
Extending their fight further.
I was wondering why they were both slowing quite a bit there into that last corner. A gap at the front, almost 3 seconds between Parmesan and Miku. Mikael quite a bit further back now, is at 8 seconds further adrift of his championship rival in P2. But then it's 419 and Twiz who are on board with it now. P4 and P5, Soaping in a little bit further back in P6. 10 seconds further back from him is Maverick in P7 as 419 gets all squirrely and Twiz looks to make a move down the inside here. So where were we? Ah, yes. Twiz takes P4 back here up to the left-hander. Chaz in P8, Ragumi in P9, Fiala in P10. Nestor, unfortunately, not having the greatest of runs. He was doing well up until his misfortunes. He had a little spin a couple of laps back. That sees him down to P11. Funky P12, and then running up the rear end of the order is Slimbo in P13. And it's just as I was saying that, Nestor makes himself back up to the top 10 in P10, taking the position back from Fiala. But this is the big battle on track at the moment. Twiz against 419, and it is the battle for P4. Who are we hedging your bets on?
Between the two, to be honest, 419. After seeing him battle yesterday, taking home a photo finish and fighting all race with Matt Pryor.
Whoa, big kick in the back end there from Twiz. I think you're right though. And 419 is very smart.
And Twiz is making a lot of mistakes, which is costing him some tire life. So in my opinion, 419 will come up or come out on top, but that's just a guess. Anything can happen.
It's looking like he's gonna give it a shot, and I have a feeling this will be the last lap. Twiz getting all squirrely on the exit, and you're right, 419 taking the gap there. This will be the final lap, I'm definitely sure of it. That's looking like a solid maneuver from 419. We'll come back to that. We're going to see where our leader is at the moment. 2.5 seconds ahead of Miku, who's almost got a 10-second gap now on Mikael. So a solid drive from our front two. Parmesan's just had it easy, hasn't he?
He kind of did, but to be honest, I'm surprised about Miku. He didn't have that good of a quality pace, and he kept up with Parmesan. He's only 3 seconds off.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely thunderous run, and he's got himself into the 2 minutes and 2 minutes 3, so, you know, he's definitely kept the consistent pace. So, absolutely fantastic run from Miku. The thing is, can he pull it off in the second race? Because it looks like Mikael's not got the overall pace. And if he can't get through the pack quick enough, you know, perhaps Miku could win this, yeah.
Come on top, yeah.
So it's going to be all to play for in race 2, the final race of the season. But it is Parmesan to take the penultimate race here at Yas Marina. Or has he got one more lap to go? I think that's it. Yeah, is it? The overlay is always a lap late. So that is Parmesan takes P1, Miku in P2. Mikael will take P3. 419 will take P4, I'm assuming.
Not sure though.
We'll have to double check if we can get on board with him.
Twiz coming right next to him.
It is.
And Twiz.
It looks like Twiz.
Takes checkered.
Twiz takes P4 from 419. What is it? 419 of checkered finishes. Full finishes. Sopanen will take P6. Looks like Mav P7. Ruby P8. Chaz P9. Nestor in P10. Vela P11, Funky in P12, Slimbo will take P13, and it was a DNF from Corsa. What an absolute amazing first race there today. We see Mav getting a little bit of a helping hand, and it's going to be quite the reverse grid, I think, for race 2. Oh boy, this is going to get fun. But Parmesan.
Who do you think who had the best performance compared to their skill level? Like who was your driver of this race?
Miku. Miku outdrove his skin today, and the fact that he gapped Mikael so much, especially after qualifying, it just proves he had it in him. And if you can do that in race 2, and as I said, if Mikael struggles through traffic, he didn't really have an outstanding pace in him there in race 1, then you know, Miku could get that couple of cars he needs in front of him, in front of Mikael, to chun the championship round.
I agree.
If I have to say anything, that was a championship drive from Miku.
It definitely was.
But race 2 coming up very soon. What race 1 that was for sure. And it's all to play for in race 2 here in the Mazda MX5-Cup finale at the Yas Marina Circuit. Mikael versus Miku. That championship gap now at the top, narrowed down further. Not exactly sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure, if the math is correct, if Miku finishes 2 places above Mikael today in the second race, the reverse grid that is coming up, he'll be crowned champion. Otherwise, it will be Mikael. But these will be hopefully confirmed by the end of the session. Hopefully. I might have to do some maths quickly before the end of the session, man. But what we're going to do...
like me yesterday.
Yeah.
But that wasn't quick, so...
Well, I've given you a heads up now. Right, folks. We are going to have ourselves a little bit of a break. We've got a couple of minutes before race 2. So we'll be right back with yous. Welcome back, folks. Just over a minute to go here at race 2, which is reverse grid order, which will see Slimbo taking pole position. And we've got our championship protagonists, Miku and Mikael, out the back there. P10 and P11. I think they're actually a bit further back than that. Let's see, it looks like Corsa's in the pits for this one. But we're going to have a little check out with Maverick to start this race at the moment. For some strange reason on his onboard it makes him sound like a fighter jet. Maybe that's what he's hoping his car will be for this race. We'll have to see. And also joining us in the commentary box today is Kalubi for race 2 here. We're almost getting ready for lights out. And race 2 is about to get underway on board with Maverick in reverse grid order. We have got 4, 5, 6. It's the last race of the season for the MX5 Cup here at Phoenix Sim Sports, and it's lights out and away we go. What a start by Maverick. Off absolutely brilliantly. Looks like everyone's going to get nice and clean into turn 1. And Mikael looks like they've got off to a good one. We've got a little bit of argy-bargy here in the middle of the pack. One going to sit with this for just a quick check-in as we see GOVEE going off, and is that... Oh god, there goes Maverick. It's absolute chaos. Who's pointing the wrong way? It's Fiala by the looks of things. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to quickly go back to the pits before all my chaos kicks off. But what a start that's been. Slimbo still in the lead. Parmesan up to P3, 419 and P4. Mikael is up to P4. Miku is down in P6, right behind him. That's not where Miku wants to see Mikael at the moment. Jumping ahead of him, cars-wise. This is your standard race 2 reverse grid order here at the MX5 Cup. It is all action. First we see Nestor taking the lead from Slimbo there into that left-hander. So lap 1, the lead changes. Slimbo dropping down. Parmesan now up to P2. So race winner of race 1 already up to P2 in race 2. So that'll be starting from the back of the grid up to P2 in a lap. That's just showing off a little bit, I think. Some great racing though from Parmesan to get all the way up in and amongst the chaos. As we see him already just up ahead, hounding as who is that falling off? It's Slimbo. Dropping down the order, that puts Mikael up to P3, Miku up into P4. Sopanen will jump up to P7 then, just a bit further back in the orange liveried car. And what do you think? Nestor's going to be good to his teammate here up ahead. What do you think? Knowing that the championship's on the line?
I mean, I'm not sure. It's still a race, and knowing drivers, I don't think he'll let him pass.
They have battled in the past and quite recently as well, so yeah, team orders might be out the window even though the championship is on the line here. And talking all championship on the line, Miku is all over the back of him, so if anything, Nestor is holding up Mikael right now and possibly hurting his teammates' championship battles.
I think this is the right way to settle it. Just let them fight. Don't make team orders. Don't try to interfere. Just let them fight it out, and you know, give them the same chance to go through the pack.
They're having a duel indeed. Miku making a little mistake there, but he seems to have held it, and he's got a nice run here on the back of Mikael. 419's getting in and amongst this as well. Oh, a bit of a lag band. Parmesan's taking the lead. He's off into the distance now, 1.4 seconds ahead of Nestor, who's just up ahead of this battle. Oh, is that Mikael going very, very wide? It was Mikael going very, very wide. And it's Miku up to P3, Mikael down into P6.
I think Miku might have pushed him, but I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, as we see 419 sliding it sideways, Sopanen's getting in and about this fight as well. So this is going all the way back to P7, this fight. So this is P3 to P7 as Miku kicks the back end out. Oh. Is that GOVEE spinning in the background? It was indeed. Mav up to P8 then. So this is where Miku wants to be right now. And it's Parmesan leading Nestor, leading Miku, your top 3. And it's Twiz ahead of Mikael, ahead of 419, and that is an epic battle just behind this one. Twiz with Mikael all over the back of him, 419 over the back of him, and then Sopanen not too far behind either. This is very much your championship battle. Miku will be hoping that Mikael gets swarmed by those drivers behind, and that he and Parmesan can just drive off, and it looks like 419 is going to have a go at Mikael here. This is not what our championship leader is wanting right now. He's 419 all over the back of Mikhail. There's Mav in the background. And we've seen Fiala just in the right distance. So what do you think Mikhail's thinking right now? There's a car between him and Miku. He's under a lot of pressure. Cars behind have a lot of pace. What do you think is going through his mind?
I think he's so far calm. He knows that if he gets the position from Twiz, and after maybe Nestor, if Miku overtakes him, then I think he's chilling. I don't think he's nervous at all at the moment. I think he's just trying to focus and keep the pace up.
Well, I'd say something. Twiz
beginning of the race.
Twiz is making Miku's life a little bit difficult up there. And Miku up behind Nestor. Oh, Twiz getting a very good run out of turn 1 there. He's going to try and have a little look around the outside, which will turn to the inside here on Miku. Is he going to give it a shot? Not far enough forward. Miku takes a little bit more of a defensive line. Twiz on the outside. Nestor also being a little bit defensive here through the corkscrew. And some battling as we see Twiz look to take a very offensive line up the inside there. This race is really going to affect the championship right now.
But my question is, will 419 help Miku in any way? Mikhail, not Miku, my bad.
Let's see, as we see
Mikhail,
419 making a move.
I think he saw. I think I saw him making bomb drafting moves on the back straight.
Interesting.
Last
We'll have to see that.
But I'm not sure.
We'll have to see that in the next lap, see if it ever happens, if they're close enough. At the moment, it's Miku and Twiz battling hard. Nestor just staying slightly ahead. This is letting Mikhail come back into it as we see Miku really sliding the back end of the car out. And he is losing a lot of time right now to Mikhail. So this will be slightly annoying Miku. 2:04.7 last lap. Let's see what he does this lap with his battle with Twiz, who's now all over the back of Nestor. Parmesan with a 6.1 second gap at the front right now. He is just having an absolute luxury walk at the moment. And what a way to round out season 13. Then doing it in style. But this is your battle for P2 right now. Twiz has got past Nestor. Last lap there was a 2:06.2, so 1.5 seconds lost by Miku there in the battling. As it looks to go around the outside of Nestor right now. I think he might have just pulled it off before he goes into the braking zone. He does. P3 is Miku's. Again, he's got that car between himself and Mikhail. And he's going to be straight back after Twiz to try and make that 2 cars.
Back to the bomb drafting moves, I think 419 wasn't trying to help Mikhail. I think he was trying to help himself catch up, as it's beneficial for both of them. And it's quite easy to do if you're close together in the Mazdas.
I quite agree. Oh, as we see teammate on teammate back there, so we've got Twiz versus Miku. And Mikhail has got past Nestor. You can see it in Miku's rear view mirror right now. So he's getting squirrely, so as it stands, pretty sure Mikhail would win the championship right now. 9 minutes to go, well 10 minutes to go here. Miku really needs to get past Twiz. And Twiz is not making it easy for Miku at all. And Miku's definitely losing a lot of pace. As I said, he lost a second and a half on the last lap in the battle with Twiz. Parmesan walking away 8.3 seconds. Let's see what lap times Miku does this time. At 2:05, so he's still about 4/10 off the pace in traffic compared to his fastest. As we see this move up on the inside of Twiz there, is he going to cut him back nice and clean? He's going to have the inside here, but Twiz might have the better line on the exit down the long straight here. Is that a lovely little move by Twiz or what? Yeah, it was. And look at the drive that Twiz has got down this back straight with that move. Deep into the first corner though with Twiz. Oh, he kicks the back end out. Miki's going to have the drive up the inside, and he definitely does. He's got the power down, and Mikel's having a little sniff around the outside of Twiz as well. So Mikel straight back into the action, up into P3. Straight behind Miku in P2. And Miku got the sweats on. Mikel is all over the back of his championship rival right now. And the Miku definitely doesn't need this. This is absolutely all to play for right now. Parmesan sauntering off into the distance. Having a look at Mikel. Diving down and have a look at Miku's bumper. Oh, Twiz is there. This is going to be the dramatic end to the championship we've been looking for. It sure looks like it. 7.5 minutes left to go here in the MX5-Cup second round reverse grid order at Phoenix Simsport. This is the season 13 finale as well. All to play for between the two drivers that we are looking at. Not that one, that is Twiz, but he's definitely getting involved in this championship battle. It is between the two that you see out front right now. It is Miku against Mikel, and it looks like Mikel has the run on Miku down the inside here into turn 1. And Miku gets the cutback. Oh, this is going to be an absolute championship deciding race. What do you think, Cluby?
It will be, but Miku doesn't have the two cars in between them, so he's kind of helpless at the moment.
Absolutely agree. He is very much relying on one of those cars, and that is Twiz behind. Twiz being ultra aggressive. He is not going to give up on a podium today, and he is going to make his stamp known on this championship battle. Could he be the deciding factor in this championship battle?
I mean, I wouldn't like to say that, because that would mean he would spin Mikel at the moment, because Mikel needs to be at least, I think, 2 cars behind.
I think it is 2 cars, yep. So we need to go behind his teammate Nestor right now.
Oh, but I didn't see Nestor, so
he is there.
Still everything to play for then.
Yep, that is it. There's only about a second and a half between all these guys. And 11 seconds out to the front to Parmesan. 6 minutes left to go. He's just doing his own thing. Look at all those cars in the background right now. Nestor is battling hard with Twiz. Miku's battling hard with Mikel. These final few laps here of season 13 are going to get right extra spicy, and it looks like Nestor was under a lot of pressure there. He had made the move on Twiz earlier, but Twiz looks to make it back. He doesn't want to lose to the back end of this fight anytime soon. As it stands, you are on board with champion-elect Mikel all over the back of his championship rival Miku, desperately wanting 2 of those cars to get in between him and Mikel, but Mikel's going to have the run into turn 1 again. Is Miku going to do the switchback like he did beforehand, or is Mikel going to run him a bit wide? I think he ran him wide that time. As you see in the background, Twiz battling hard. Oh, Miku's gone off. Oh, and Nestor getting involved in this. He's in. Miku will not have wanted that onto the grass before he hit the braking zone. He got it back rather well though. Oh, it's getting spicy. Nestor's involved. This isn't over yet, Clubby. This isn't over by a long shot. Miku's got the jump. We were saying we need those 2 cars involved. Well, there you go. There's your 2 cars. But will they want to be that much involved, Miku? Oh, has he run late on the brakes? Miku has run late on the brakes. He's gone door to door with Nestor right now. And Nestor's got the place on Miku. Oh, boy. Miku's dropped behind Mikel. It's Nestor leading from Mikel at the moment. 419's got ahead of Miku, so Miku's going back down the order here, twizzing in amongst it. Oh boy, Klebby.
I mean, as you can see, team orders aren't team play at all.
It is race to the checkered flag. Look at this. This is what we call a finale. And it is Nestor heading the pack at the moment.
Miku in P6, P5 now.
Mikel up to P2. That's where he'll want to be. So roles are reversed. Miku was ahead with 2 cars between him and Mikel, and then by the time we get to the end of the circuit, it's the other way around. Mikel is leading Miku by 2 cars. Oh, and 419's all over the back of Miku as well. It's not over yet. 3 minutes to go. But the championship looks like it's in Mikel's bag. He sprung his trap at the last moment. It looks like it has paid off for him. Twiz is in P3, last of the podiums. Nestor holding up. Miku there. 419 all over at the back of this party. I wonder if frustrations will get hold of Miku right now into the final stretch of this race. Especially with 419 all over the back of you as well. And Mav's not too far off the back. P7. See Miku making up another place, back up to P4. Now he just, sliding on the power there. Nestor's going to get the run back up the inside on Miku. He's just driving it a little bit too hard now towards the end. And he's starting to suffer because of it. Little mistakes costing him time. 419's in on this as well. He's going to make it 3 round here, not quite. But it has forced Miku wide. Nestor's still there, and 419 kicking the back end out, but he's getting a lovely run on the outside here. He has backed off. Miku again getting held up, coming into the double left-hander. Gap at the front now, 16 seconds between Parmesan and Mikel. Twiz just a little bit further behind. Then it is Nestor in P4, Miku in P5, 419 in P6, Mav in P7, Funky in P8, Fiala in P9, Slimbo in 10th, then I got Ragubi in P11, Sopenin in 12th. Klubi is the one around, no, just Sopenin. It looks like Corsa didn't make it to the grid and has retired. Sorry, didn't even notice that. Didn't make the start there. It was due side. Oh, as we see Miku and Nestor come together, that's it. Championship over, folks.
Unlucky. He had the pace, he had the car. It was just unfortunate. I cannot say anything else.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see at the end of a great race. Mav, however, he's up into P4, but we're going to go on board with Parmesan. He'll be coming over the line for the last time to take the checkered flag. 2 wins in a row. And an absolute stunning victory today. 17 seconds ahead of Mikel, our championship winner. What can be said about this drive today from the big cheese himself?
He was just driving perfect all weekend long.
I do believe that was a Grand Slam as well. Pole position, fastest lap in both races, and a win in both races. So Parmesan completes the Grand Slam here today in Abu Dhabi, the season 13 finale. So there's a nice little achievement he can go home with tonight. As he comes across the line to take, as I said, the Grand Slam, 2 out of 2. Congratulations, Parmesan. What a race from you, buddy. You've earned a little bit of a champagne dinner this evening. Mikhail is going to take P2 from Twiz. Great valiant effort from Twiz for P3. Maverick, P4. He's had a quiet one all race, but you'll not complain about that. P4. Miku, unfortunately, P5. Race not ending the way he wanted. 6 for 419. Nestor will take 7th. Looks like Funky is going to take 8th from Fiala in 9th. GOVEE just a little bit further back. He's going to round out the top 10 this evening. I'm just going to stay on board with him for just a little second. Looks like Sopanen has retired the car as well this evening. So Slimbo will round out the finishers, but a finisher nonetheless. Points on the board. So it is P10 for GOVEE, and it will be P11 for Slimbo. But congratulations to Mikhail. He is our season 13 champion here at the MX5 Cup. What a champion he has been. Absolutely phenomenal scenes today. GOVEE had some great racing. An absolutely unpredictable end as well.
It definitely was, and I think it's a well-deserved victory for Parmesan and a well-deserved championship for Mikhail. They were battling both of the races with Miku, but unfortunate for Miku, Mikhail won.
Yep, I have to agree there, and yeah, it's just the results at the end of the day. That's all that counts. And unfortunately, they did not end up in Miku's favour. So just give me a minute. We're going to get the drivers up for a little bit of a chin wag after that one. So let me just move some folks up.
P2.
There is one. I need to click the right buttons. That'll get me started. Oh, the big man himself wants to jump in. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us in the commentary box. What an end to season 13 here at the MX5 Cup. That has been, gentlemen, racing, fun racing, lots of fun racing.
Yes, we had a motor race.
We had one heck of a motor race, to say the least, and we had what was a championship battle up until the last 3 laps. Can you believe that? Up until the last 3 laps, until unfortunately Miku made a mistake and handed Mikhail the championship. So unfortunately neither of them I don't think are with us, so we're going to go on to you guys, and we're going to start with GOVEE. How are we doing, buddy?
Good, but not too good, if you know what I mean.
Well, I can say from I know what I've seen. Yeah, not the best weekend for you here at Yas Marina. Not compared to like what you've had in the last few races. Talk us through why you've had such a difficult run here to this tonight.
Well, in the start I had a really great start, of course. But then, yeah, unfortunately, your host Sopanen, he accidentally just flipping murdered me in that in that difficult left-hander. So in the first race I got murdered by him, and then I got murdered by someone else in the second race. So that's the reason why it was so difficult. My tires were just like, nah, you know what? You can't race no more. And so yeah, that's why.
I will not refer to one point during the stream where I looked back and I was commentating on what was going on, and then suddenly I was like, oh, and GOVEE spun, almost like it had been something as a weekly occurrence. So you do hear it back. It's not what I meant, but not the greatest run for you. Looking forward to season 14 though, the return of the MX5s.
Absolutely, absolutely. I hope then I can fight again for the championship. I hope I just got P3, just P3 in the championship. So
We are
we'll see
checking.
about that.
We are checking.
And so yeah, for season 14, I will be walking more into the championship, of course. I hope I can fight for it like in the beginning of the season. So yeah, let's see what I can do.
Well, looking forward to having you back in season 14. Commiserations for today, but yeah, hopefully once we are checking is complete, we'll know if P3 was yours in the championship.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we'll see.
We'll see indeed. Moving on, Sopanin, how we doing? Again, usually see you up at the top end of the grid, but battling a little bit further down today. Yas Marina, a little bit of a bogey track for yourself.
Yeah, to be fair, the corkscrew, I never expected this to be much harder. I mean, okay, going from a hospital to now racing, it's a bit of a experiment, but of course, the first race didn't go that well, but at least I fought back to get something. I could, but when there was no battles, I could have just been on my pillow and slept during the race while driving. And then, of course, race 2, it was a whole different story. Chaos at the start, but at some point I spun around, nearly fractured my wrist again. But and either way, it was quite fun, but yeah, story of the year, honestly. Story of the season, honestly. I just need to learn the track more, and try everything as much as possible.
Well, that's it. It's all about learning and it's all about practice, isn't it? It's
Yep.
how we get better, and so hopefully going to be seeing you on the grid season 14. I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Excellent.
Yeah, you will be see. I think at some point I will get more race wins than only Nürburgring.
Oh, nice. That's what I like to hear. Some confidence going forward. Some battles, extra battles for the championship. And talking about battles today, one man that was definitely seeing his share, it is the one and only Maverick. Thanks for joining us, Mav. Talk us about through your races. Most of them were spinning lovely.
Yeah. A couple of interesting races there. We just did some Mav things in the first race, which put us back a little. Which wasn't ideal, so I had to battle back through the field. So got involved in a couple of battles there, which was interesting and good fun. Excuse me. And then race 2 was interesting. All of a sudden, I found a good bit of pace. Was suddenly in the 2-minute 4s, and was catching a massive gaggle of cars. Looking forward to a really good battle, and then unfortunately, all three took each other out. So it gave me positions to finish P4, but I was looking forward to the battle. Pretty much was on for a P4 finish this season. Miro has outscored me this season very well, and it's been an awesome season-long battle, Miro, and I look forward to kicking it back off for next season. Did much better than me this season. Much better average results, and if I'm not mistaken, even a win in there as well. So I think I need a little bit more to reflect a little and practice a bit more on MX5s. And we'll come back fresh for season 14.
I was going to say, you've definitely finished off season 13 strong with a win in Tartus and a good result here. So good to see that, Mav. And as we said, come back stronger for season 14. And don't forget LMU for yourself, buddy.
Yes, indeed.
Got to get in there. And talking about LMU, we're not done here yet at Phoenix Sing Sport. Tartus might be over for season 13. The MX5 may be under wraps now with Mikel crowned champione of season 13. But we've still got the Asetek Corsa Competizione finale tomorrow at Donington. And then LMU, the big one, tomorrow night as well. And then it's the VRCs on Sunday. That's the one, VRC. I'll always get that the wrong way around. So we will be back, and we'll be back tomorrow with a lovely Mav in the box.
Hello.
watching me go round and round in the wet. And round, I'm probably presuming in circles, round turn 1. But that's going to be fun. So stick with us, folks. And if you are interested in signing up for Season 14, do go ahead. You can find us through the SimGrid or with the Discord in the little links below in the Twitch. So we're looking forward to seeing you soon, hopefully on track as well. And for me and the team, wishing you all a very good night, and we'll see you all soon.